Night of Destruction number 2 of 2015, the low budget season number 3, and we're on event number 3 of the night for the low budgets. The Demolition Derby coming up. We just got done with the skid plate race. Earlier we did the Enduro with Rainbow Dash Car debuting. Tommy, debuting another character though for this one. Applejack getting ready to go and
ponies.
buck them trees.
My ponies is all I can say.
Absolutely.
Jeff, you have a Nissan Altima?
Yeah.
And it was black, and then you painted it orange.
Yeah.
I'll be driving a car that's kind of familiar to the low budgets. How about that black and orange picker part machine that has been hitting the door in the trailer races, has been lost its hood in enduro races. I just ran it earlier today in the enduro race.
Yeah.
And now I get to finish it off.
Now,
that bad boy is a goner here in just a few minutes.
I gotta ask, are there any nerves going into this derby, just knowing the state of your driver door? I mean, it is crunchy.
No, just because there's 8 of us out there planning to go demolition derbying, and I know pretty much all but one are in theory veteran drivers.
Right.
So I don't have anything to worry about, and if I did, I'll just lean over.
Yeah, well, one of the things we talked about going into this demolition derby, to recap, your car has been in multiple events, including a demolition derby.
It's time for that thing to go. So I honestly don't care how the car looks as long as it's dead.
You want to make sure it's dead.
Exactly.
And then Shayla's going to be taking out a car that she also is in a position that she wants to see it dead. And the reason for that is because she's pulling out a car that she kind of did a swap with.
Yes.
So she has a fresh piece to race, but she's going to be crashing up a car that we barely got running.
Yeah, killing off an old car. Hopefully this thing can get started. I mean, every time we start this car, Jeffrey, it seems like it's just another minute away from dying.
Well, Tommy, that's probably because it takes a minute to start.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this thing takes forever to get going. So that's the 2 cars, and then my Altima that I'll be racing, the Applejack Altima that Sarah once again did a great paint job on. On the back, I noticed it says "buck off."
Buck off.
We'll see how long that rear bumper lasts.
That's true.
But what's interesting is we talked a little bit about this type of car. We've never really derbied a Nissan Altima before.
We don't know what to expect.
We don't know what to expect. The rear end, is it going to go up, down? It's kind of in a weird shape. So compared to everything else we've done. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on all the cars. But I know that we're looking forward to it. Not the biggest demolition derby we've been a part of, but certainly we know that the heavy hitters are here.
Definitely. So try to take them down as fast as they can take us away.
Yep.
So with that, let's go demolition derby in time. Time to kill this car in the demolition derby.
This one's probably going to hurt.
I hope to last 2 minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was a Destruction Derby if I've ever seen one. That was a quick one. Johnny kicked our...
Plot.
What? He did.
It's a pony joke.
Johnny went out there and just ran us all over. We had nothing for him in that 87 car. Got to start off with Shayla first. She didn't even make the call.
What the heck, Shayla?
I don't know what happened. That thing just wouldn't want to start. She literally cranked. Nothing happened.
Yeah, Tommy, we talked with her a little bit after the event, and truth be told, she was convinced that thing was going to explode.
Which it probably was.
Which is fine, right? I mean, she's been in worse. She's barbecued in a trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, she had some concern. Also, the car, as we mentioned,
it was smoking at the staging lanes and everything. It was done before it even started.
Yeah, so she elected to skip out on this one for the, I guess you could say, for the safety factor of it.
Correct.
So we'll never knock anyone on that. But as far as you and I go in this Demolition Derby, Tommy, you put on a show out there.
How about that? That old beast, man, it held on for third place. I don't know how it did. That back end was crunched in. I couldn't move the back tires. I had flat front tires. I couldn't go forward. And finally, I just waved Johnny on, and I said, come kill it. Now, get it out of its misery.
Tommy, some really hard hits in this Demolition Derby. Not surprising. Nothing out of the norm as far as the big hits.
When it was kind of like, I wouldn't call us veterans yet, but I'd say when it's all of us, people who normally do Destruction Derbies, we're all out there just to crash into each other.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to make the big hits. And, with only 7 cars out there, we had plenty of room to make those big hits.
Yeah, no kidding. And plus, joining us out there was a race car driver in the Legend Series out at Irwindale, Chad Shug, as well as his fiancée. So you take them as part of this. They're going to get married here in a couple of months.
We had to crash them up at least one last time before they get married.
Oh, yeah. Now, so they were out there, and they were kind of the mystery cars. We didn't really know what to expect from them.
Chad did an excellent job finishing second, by the way.
He did. And I know he at least railed me a couple times.
Yes.
So he was out there hitting as hard as anyone else.
Christina, she tore that little thing up.
Yep. So it was a funny event. There were a couple other cars that were out on the track, and oddly enough, 2 of them had the same issue, including mine.
Yes.
Folks, you'll notice that my car kind of appears, camera-wise, to kind of just peter off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, what happened to the car? Oh, well, something wrong. Well, as it turns out, we mentioned this issue kind of briefly during our prep work. My key was not where I needed it to be to try and restart the car. So that car...
Your key was probably under the passenger seat.
I don't even know if we've even found it yet.
Who knows? But your key in an impact fell out. Same with the 5 car of Jason.
Yeah, and I'm shaking my head because I knew this was a problem, and all I had to do was start the car and put the key somewhere where I know, in a pocket, and hope it's still there. At least something, and I forgot to do anything with it. And of course, one of the big hits I took, probably a side hit, just knocked it out of place, and then all it takes is a couple more, and that thing's in the crevices of the unknown. So that's what knocked out Applejack, unfortunately. I'll never really know if that car was going to ever start up again. But by that point, it was so beat up that the rear end was dragging.
Yeah, it was smashed up.
And we talked about the rear end before this event. Really nothing special.
No, it actually, the weird shape of everything didn't hurt or help it at all. So everything as normal, crunched in, good to go.
I'd say Applejack, though. I mean, it was a 5th place.
It lived for a good derby.
Yeah, it was. And a 5th place finish in an event that had 8 cars. So again, it wasn't up on the top half of the finishing order. Granted, some issues like we mentioned with the key. But I'd say Applejack definitely did some bucking out there.
Definitely, absolutely.
That was fun to watch and definitely fun to be a part of. Like I said, it was kind of a big veteran deal. But Tommy, I think it's time to go tear up the rest of the track.
Let's just make it look like a plane ride.
I think we're going to do that. Folks, next up is the trailer race to finish off Night Destruction number 2 here at Irwindale Speedway, the low budget season 3, 2015.